Now, much of this is about being witnessed. The only thing I want you to focus on is, are you willing to be seen? If it doesn't fit, you'll know. And if you don't feel ready, you may well get activated just by watching. Anya, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing well. Good to be here.
So, we are going on a quest to help you as much as we can in the best way for you today.
Hmm.
Would you like to start with a question that you already hold?
Oof. I don't have anything on my mind right now. I'm bad at on the spur of the moment. I think of things later.
No, it's because we can also start by me, and sometimes it's much more personal. I tune into your energy and I see what I see.
Let's do that.
First of all, I can see that your mind looks kind of blank, but the corollary is open. I also, however, see a first a, it's a trap between your throat and your chin. But it doesn't last long. It looks to me like you really are trusting. Do you feel open to change?
Yes.
It also looks to me next, you're a wild story. You're a wild story. You've been doing a lot of work.
No doubt.
Your energy changes fast, and that's usually good, but it does mean coherence matters. So I'm gonna tell you right ahead. At the end of our little lightning session together, I'm gonna double and triple encourage you to commit to doing regular practice and to take your practice deeper because
Okay.
you got to center yourself. But it's a positive thing because your energy is really light. Like you're ready to change. It's almost like it looks to me like you've put too much pressure on your heart.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I do. Yeah.
What does that look like in your life? How do you do that?
Um, I don't know if this is applicable, but what I feel like a lot of it is a lot of just stress on with family and to
Okay,
keep it
so we're
simple.
gonna do some basic stuff here, all right? And I want you to laugh a little if you can.
Okay.
Does it help to stress about your family?
No, it does the opposite actually.
Okay. So the first thing to do is to talk to that voice in your head that thinks that it's productive. Because it looks to me like you often carry a voice that thinks you're being a good person by worrying about your family, right?
I feel like it's necessary to not forget or to not let go of certain parts because then I feel like I'm not doing what I should be doing for that.
So all that energy is like pouring energy into a leaky bucket. Let me invite you to something. It takes discipline, but oh my goodness, does this work? You ready?
I'm very ready.
You learn to notice stress and you turn it into a prayer. It's really that simple. So give me a stress. What's a stress you carry?
A simple one that's like daily is am I ever going to be completely satisfied with who I am? I guess.
Whoa, no. Before that, you are carrying major worry about other people. It's not subtle. Like I tune into it and I'm like, whoa.
It's my kids. Yeah, my kids. It's overwhelming. It really is.
Okay. So as much as you feel comfortable sharing, put more focus to it. What's a worry you carry about one of your kids?
Their father's really abusive mentally and emotionally the most. And my ability to change that is very minimal.
Okay.
It bothers me.
So what is your ability to change?
Just by being my best self and always showing them that there is a better way than what he is showing them.
Let's frame
And
this without him in it.
okay. I try to to reinforce positivity in everything for them because the other side's negative, very negative.
Okay, and let's even set that down too, because we want to transcend duality. I'm not picking on you.
No, go for it.
Um, I pray. Do you mind? Well, no, let's not do name. You have a son?
Yes.
I pray that your son be deeply in touch with an inspiration that is uniquely his own, that he feel it and he trust it, and that he know how to make decisions by it now and on into the future. I pray that he feel close to a calling that makes him happy, that motivates him and gives him purpose. I pray that he learns his own unique version of kindness and strength that allows him to trust himself now and into the future.
Yeah.
Now, you can hold that. A prayer is a question. It's open, right? Every time you worry, you can repeat that. That will help. That will help to introduce that energy into the presence of the fears and the anxieties. Now, at first, maybe you just repeated something close to what I said. You can take it to the next level. You can make it into a song. You can make art about it. But you want to learn to connect the anxiety to positive action, creative, making what you really want. And I'll say right now, like, there are awful abusive people in the world. I have helped those who have been in some of the most abusive situations you can imagine. No matter how bad a situation gets, we want to put our attention, our focus, our passion into creating something that's independent of that abusiveness. So we don't want to keep saying no to what's bad. We want to say yes, yes, yes to something that's good. It's not a positive negative. It's just yes. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Keep it simple.
Keep it really simple and repeated. It's discipline to turn the confusion, and you like go in there like it's a messy kitchen and be like, all right, what am I going to clean first? And you just say, where can you just invert the worry? I'm worried that my son is getting crushed. I pray that he is strong and centered in himself. I'm worried that he's going to become mean. I pray that he is gracious and trusts his own kindness. And just do that work to invert it and keep it independent. So it's not always referencing. So you're not always fearing. Can you feel that?
Yeah.
It's not enough though. Let's look down at your navel, all right?
Yes.
Whenever things suck on any level in any way, get stronger. It's like so much energy goes into trying to find answers, right? Trying to find answers. And it's like, oh, I can feel how hard it is. I assure you, if you do sit-ups every other day, it will make it better. Have you tried any of our practices?
Oh yeah.
All right. Have you tried the core yoga?
No, I haven't.
You could do it every other day.
Okay.
Now, please feel so free to comment on the video to the extent that it's like, that's too hard, or that's too much, or that's too little. Let me help you modify it. Okay.
Okay. Sweet, thank you.
Working on your core when everything else is in doubt is like foundational.
Okay.
The core gives you the strength to stay with yourself and not get spun out by reality. It's amazing. You'll feel differently just walking down the street. Every other day, not every day. Every day will kind of mess you up a little. Like you need to let the muscles rest and rejuvenate. There's one more piece though. You've got a lot of faith. You really do. You've just been through some really big changes, haven't you?
Very big, yeah,
Oh my
for me.
God. There's like a reset. You just hit the reset button.
That's how I feel. Yeah.
Good job. You prayed for that. Yes.
Thank you. Yes. I needed that. Thank you. Because sometimes I wonder if I always think I'm behind and you know what I mean? So to get some confirmation there is helpful.
Absolutely. And I don't want you to be afraid of this. All right. I'm pretty good with my limits. I know how to tune into people empathically, so I can have a very intimate awareness of what people are going through. And I use it, it's a form of seeing in its way. Now, everybody who knows yourself as an empath, this is what it can become. But for it to work, you have to know how to distance yourself too. I tell you this because I don't want you to be nervous when I say I can tune into you and I'm like, oh my God, you're bearing a lot. You're bearing a lot, Kenya. I witness you in this. I respect you in this. I deeply respect the surrender you just went through. Let's make it count, okay? Start with the core, please. Get that in there and keep talking about it.
Okay.
Now, one more thing, and this is for everybody in a way. It is brutally difficult to feel compassionate to people who are abusive on any level. Please understand, right now, across the board, something's dying in the world. There's a way of life dying. It's not just male. A lot of women hold it, uplift it, make it themselves. It's a whole culture that's dying, but it does look like sort of a male-centric, power-based culture. Just think of it this way. If your way of life was dying and you didn't know who you were going to be, you'd be freaked out, right? That's what's happening to a lot of people. They're freaked out because their way of life is dying. So to understand that their dominance, their reactiveness, their controlling, their fascism, their abusiveness is coming from this terror that their world is disintegrating beneath their feet. It does not mean it's okay, but it does really help to locate them, to see them for who they are. The fear beneath all of that makes a big difference in how we respond. Bless you, Kenya. How do you feel? You feel centered?
I feel good. Yes. Thank you.
Bless your heart.
Much
See you
needed.
soon. I do
Bless
this
you.
with everybody, all right? This is my separation technique. I could go close, I could see, and then I distance.
Just
And I
be
leave
you,
with-
man.
with you.
Appreciate it.
How are you, Casey?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm strong. I'm feeling alive.
Yeah. I'll say the same. All due respect, I've got a call scheduled at 11, and I would hate to take up time for someone who could maybe, get a little bit more out of the opportunity.
Not 10 minutes is plenty. Let's do it.
Sure.
And I'd love to follow up after last week, although I will start with this.
Yeah.
Go slow.
Your advice has been ringing in my head all week, multiple times, I've got to say. So I'm working on it. I promise you, it is a work in progress for me. But yes, I'm taking it to heart.
So I want to go a step deeper on what this is, okay? We are living in a mental culture. The reason our culture's in the mind in the way it is because there's so much pain in and around us. And it's not just our own. Like, there is so much suffering within the fabric of our mainstream culture right now that it encourages us to do this thing where, ads go like this. It encourages us to string together scenes in less than a second because it's trying to keep our attention away from the pains. Casey, are you really empathic and intuitive as a person?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Has it been a struggle to come to terms with that?
Yes. Yeah, because it's one of those things where I get frustrated because I feel like my life is set up, to essentially live based on intuition, and synchronicity, and things of that nature. And I sincerely appreciate it, you know, from at a soul level, a consciousness level. You know, I appreciate the perspective that I have, but a certain level of frustration comes with that because, like I shared last time, when I shut my eyes, I'm in the void. You know, I don't get visions. I've got a great imagination. I can get visions, like flashes, so to speak, but that's very rare. You know, it's more of just me trying to calm my thoughts, center my thoughts, focus them, and kind of guide I guess, receive guidance in that way.
Hey, what if you're just expecting in the wrong place?
Yeah, I mean, that's probably a concern, a worry.
When we go through the chakra meditation, can you feel the chakras?
No.
Do you feel anything unusual when you try to tune in?
The only sensation I ever get is I'll feel something at my crown. On occasion, I'll feel a tingling and it'll kind of it'll go through my body. That's typically followed with like a wave of emotion, and maybe triggered by some emotional thought, laced thought or something. But that's the only real sensation I would say that I ever experienced.
What about your heart?
Okay, yeah, I can feel my heart. I felt my heart. I think it first started by feeling the pain, you know, that was certainly there, the physical pain that I felt at times, but then yeah, I've learned to lean in on that. It's a place of comfort. So I can feel that. Yeah. Seems to be a place I can feel.
Okay.
Didn't think of it as a chakra, but yes.
Absolutely. It's a chakra, and it's the most magnificent and easy to recognize chakra over time. And the base level is to kind of make a habit out of tuning into your heart and being like, give your heart like the main counselor at the table. Okay, I'm thinking about this challenge. I'm thinking about doing this. What does my heart feel? This is so fun once you get into it. Did you ever do you remember Sesame Street, rub your belly and tap your head?
Yeah.
Did you do that?
Mhm.
This is what we're doing. What can you think while you feel your heart? And what we start to find is a lot of thoughts are completely out of tune with the heart. And the advantage of learning to just remember to ask is you get to veto it. It's like, that's totally out of tune with my heart. You don't need to think with it anymore. You don't need to argue. All you need to know is it's totally out of tune with your heart. It looks to me like you have a profound ability to make this work. I think it's a real natural talent for you. It's just going to take a little attention. Now, I have another question, and please, this is just the process of me getting to know you. But you are in Texas, correct?
Correct.
And where in Texas are you?
Just north of Dallas, near Frisco, McKinney.
So, I don't mean to stereotype, but you are in a more masculinized culture. Do you experience a challenge in being yourself and being intuitive and receptive and in tune with synchronicity in the environment you live in?
In terms of it not being received, yes, I have no problems expressing myself, but certainly, yeah, I shared last time that I'm looking for a tribe, and it's in that sense, I want to feel free to express myself without that fear of judgment. That's not a thought it's never been programmed into me. I don't judge, it's not natural for me to. So when I begin to sense it, being an empath, and I sense the judgment, yeah, it stings a bit, but I've built up quite the resilience to I know what I know now, and I trust in that, where it took some time to arrive at that, but I have arrived at that. It's like, and not in an egotistical sense, just in a sense of what you teach on, what you share, and it keeps me grounded no matter what my experiences look like on the outside.
You know what I got in all that? You're coping with a fair amount of suffering. Like, you're suffering too much, Casey. You really are. I care. I want to start there.
Well, I appreciate that.
Do you feel how you just slowed down? Just take a breath with that. Try this out, guys. We're spiritual beings having a human experience. I know you've heard that.
My favorite quote.
Guess what it means, though? Our spirit is not male or female.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the body we're in. For my part, I'm like, okay, cool. This is where I'm at. Like, I want to be in tune with my life experience. But there's an overlay between what is actually male and what is gender created by culture. Some of these forces really are innate, or at least as an influence. But a lot of it is expectation. And when we're held to expectations that prevent us from being with what we need, like our intuition, which is traditionally considered feminine. Like, imagine I'm in a room, I get a gut instinct that something's wrong. I don't know what it is. I'm sorry, I need to leave. Well, what do you mean you need to leave? Why? I don't know. I just have a bad feeling. That's feminized and that's degraded in general, all over in my experience. And yet it's one of the most crucial gifts of our spirit. It's one of the most fundamental aspects of intuition to say yes, no to an environment. Casey, you have forced yourself to stay in environments that are not good for you because you don't really have much of a choice and you don't have a reason that you can explain that says why you don't feel right. Am I correct?
In a sense, I think where my struggle is, man, I don't know. I feel like I do need to spend, some time with you, on it, because there's just layers to it. And I say that, I mean, I hate to say it, this call at 11, I'm going to have to get on mine.
Yeah, no, maybe that's a good place to get to. Cause look, man, I do private work. I'm not the best judge of that. I'm here.
And I'm willing to be open totally for the sake of hoping that, my experiences can help anyone who may hear and share, with it. I'm certainly wanting to do that. I just genuinely have this call for work that I'm going to have to get on to.
I think we got to a great point. And I want you to know we're here. Please explore it. I believe in you and you suffer too much. I am sure of it.
I sincerely appreciate that recognition. And I look forward to hanging out with you guys again very soon.
Bless you, Casey.
Thank you. Much love.
Emiliano, how are you? How shall we begin our quest?
Root chakra, perhaps, maybe.
Your root chakra looks great, man. You trust us, right?
Yes, I do.
I have never seen your root chakra look so clear.
So, my great grandmother, who has passed away, came to me, and I broke down, Daniel. It was intense. She showed me how my great grandfather was one of the. I don't know if you know about the Si Se Puede movement in California, when all those immigrants were treated so poorly, and literally like they threw pesticide on them and did all these horrible things to them. And she told me, we already lived through the worst. We paved the way for you to be where you are today.
Yes.
And I remember seeing her working with plants, working with animals, and it's like, I posted it on the sanctuary. Tom and Sarah said to take it slow and integrate it.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm working with right now. And
now, you say this, I imagine current events are affecting you a lot.
Oh, yes.
So I think that when I say this, it's medicine for you in particular, okay? What we're dealing with right now, first and foremost, is coming to terms with the truth of how brutal our reality is. In many ways, we've been living in a false understanding of how safe and stable things are. But the reality is, the history of the United States alone is atrocious. And if you go anywhere on the planet and dig down 100 year by 100 year, what you hit is just awful again and again. So to engage current events, not as, oh my God, everything is so dark and terrible, but things have always been dark and terrible. Let's stare at it and clean this shit up. And it sounds to me like your great grandmother is telling you that. Yes.
Yeah, basically. And anytime I feel like I can kind of tap into that experience, and it makes me so emotional every time. And I don't know how to help those around me, because I want to help people around me. And like, I'm learning about the Cholki, which is the Mayan calendar. And spoiler alert, it has nothing to do with being a calendar. It's a tool that takes you to the path of light. And this is what brought, I think it's so harmonic with my wildflower fire practice. Like, it's working so beautifully right now, and I'm very inspired.
Okay, do you notice what you just did? We're going to show you this recording. I keep getting so worried and I feel it all. Good. And then I pray for what I can do. Good. And I've been getting really into the Mayan calendar. What if that really is the answer? Really? What if the work that you are called to really is the work that is best for the world?
It's wild, because my Nawal, so Nawales are like spirits, and the whole calendar is about every day is a new spirit. They were able to map out the moon cycles, the sun cycles, like all the stars, and then they straight up tell you that it was channeled through Quetzalcoatl, who was an ET, interdimensional being. And when I started this practice, my whole prayer was like, I want to connect with my ancestors, I want to connect with ETs, whatever. Because when I was younger, I had dreams of being somewhere else, and I remember dreaming of being somewhere else. And then I remember feeling that, having to go somewhere else and feeling that alienation, especially moving here when I migrated here. And I don't know if that resonates with something in a past life or whatever, but I feel like I just went off tangent a little bit.
No, look how it works. Okay. You're called into the depth of your trust, but then a fear comes in and silences you. This is the story. This dominant culture in America, which has essentially held sway over the world in many ways, is silencing all sorts of wisdoms that are supposed to be part of our reality. Now, I'm not going to get into why right now. It is time to change it. And as these forces rise to the surface, the conservative presence that knows its time is ending is freaking out and trying to make everybody scared. So the first thing to do is feel the fear, breathe with it, and then say, what can I do? You did that. You got, oh my gosh, I'm so inspired by the Mayan calendar. It connects me to the visions of my youth. It bridges the gap to help me trust that we're spiritual beings having a human experience. Let me rewrite this, if I may. It bridges the gap to appreciate that universal consciousness is real and the earth is not a little black dot alone in a world of rock and bleakness. This is a gift. This is what's needed. This is what's trying to be silenced. What if we, our community, needs you to study this calendar and share your enthusiasm and spirit with us? And this is the foundation of what you can do in a time of fear.
Yes.
I look forward to hearing your first overview in the sanctuary.
It's coming. I'm waiting to finish that last lesson with the Sacred Creatures course, and it's gonna be a long one.
Awesome, Emiliano. Now, Emiliano is about finished with Sacred Creatures. If anyone's interested, I do encourage you to look into it. It's designed to help you tune into your intuition and give yourself this empowerment. He's answering his own questions. I love this kind of work. Like, I'm just like, yeah, you just told me the answer.
And I just want to add, the course is amazing to everyone that is new. It is what brought me here, to find all this magic and connect with my ancestors, and it's just working so beautifully. It tunes me in with the earth, which they knew that Mother Earth was a living being, but y'all get what I'm saying too.
It is such a gift to have you here, and it is the same wisdoms that ignited me early in my path. I went to a gathering of shamans and received a download. I don't like that word. Why did I say it? Received a channeling, an inspirational prayer ceremony from a Mayan elder who said, look, the problem with the Christians is they saw a little into the future, but they got all doom and gloom about it. We know that this is the beginning of a new age of joy, where the masculine and feminine heal, and the masculine learns to follow the feminine. We know that this is the beginning of a new age of inspiration and light. It'll be a little messy at first. We'll get through it. That's what the Mayans have to give us. And I think you, Emiliano, have a lot to share.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you for being here. It's been a special day. It's a special time with you guys. I'm honored to be with you, to be a part of pulling this together. I want you to know I was near the edge of feeling just crushed by the levels of responsibilities pounding at me. And I asked for help a couple weeks ago, and it is so humbling how many people stepped up to help. In Bali, like we now have 5 committees. Within a couple weeks, we've created 5 committees, and people are doing absolutely useful, helpful things. And I swear, like, I want to show you that I need to cry. Like, this sounds so stupid, right? But I have a French press that I love. I really appreciate my coffee. And the French press has this metal thing on it, and I broke it. And so there's a little metal piece coming out that's spiked. And whenever I wash it, I have to be really careful not to hook my finger on it or I cut myself. Now, it's not the biggest deal, right? I just never, every time I wash it, I'm like, oh, I should go get some pliers and fix this. And I haven't had the bandwidth. It sounds so silly, but last week I was like, oh, I'm going to go fix it. And I did. And this morning, I did something that I've been praying to do for, I swear to God, a year. For a year, I've been wanting to follow these little YouTube shorts with guitar chord sequences that teach me new chords. I've been stuck musically, and I've just wanted to do this as I like rejuvenate my soul, and I haven't had the strength. And I asked for help, and I'm getting help, and now I fixed my French press, and I played some music this morning. And it's sad in its way. Like, I haven't had anything extra for so long because I've been so obsessed with bringing this to life. And it feels so good to watch it work. Thank you. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all that you are and all that you bring and all that you do. I look forward to seeing you soon.